What's up, YouTube? I'll come back with another story time. This story time is gonna be about how my sister survived the cancer she had. She had a cancer. She had cancer at 1 year old. And I'm gonna tell you all the processes and stuff we went through for her to get all the cancer out of her head, because it was in her head. So, she was born in 2013, and we found out she had cancer at 1 year old. A year before that, which was December 2nd. And if my auntie didn't call the ambulance on December 2nd, she would have died the next day. But my auntie knew that something was wrong with her because she kept having to touch stuff, like while she was walking. Like my sister, she knew how to walk and everything. Like she knew how to walk, talk, eat, run real fast. And she lost all of it. Like she had to hold on stuff while she was walking. If she ain't holding to nothing, she'd fall. So then, so I was at school today. My sister went to the hospital, and I had got a call. When I got picked up, my auntie had told me that she was in the hospital. So I got scared and I started crying. And yeah. So, and before that, my mom had took her to the hospital to see what was wrong with her, because my auntie kept saying something was wrong with her. And she took her to Metro Health. That was our old hospital. She took her to Metro Health, and they said she had diarrhea in her stomach. She had diarrhea. And so when we went to emergency, when they had took her to the hospital or whatever, we got there. They already knew what was wrong with her instantly. Like my sister was already in the room before I got there. Like, but when she got there, they already knew what was wrong with her instantly. So they told everybody to leave out the room. They started putting stuff all in her head. She had needles on her head because they were trying to get the fluid out of her head because the cancer. She had got this part shaved off around here. And then she got this back part right here shaved off right in the middle. And that's where they had took the tumor out. It was in the back of her head. So she couldn't do nothing. Like, she basically was a baby all over again. She couldn't talk, eat. She couldn't breathe on her own. Well, babies, they know how to breathe on their own. But her, she couldn't breathe on her own. And she couldn't run. She couldn't do nothing. She had to learn how to eat all over again, breathe all over again, walk all over again. She had to learn how to breathe on her own, because she had a tube down her throat, so she couldn't breathe, so she couldn't do nothing. All we did was sit there and look at her. Her eyes was closed. And then after a while, she by her having cancer, it made her cross-eyed. So it really messed her up real bad. She had got cross-eyed or whatever. So she really had multiple surgeries. I remember one, it was a 7-hour surgery. She was in the surgery for 7 hours. They were trying to get the cancer out of her head. And they did the surgery until they finally got it out of her head. So what we did was we took her to therapy. She had therapy to learn how to do stuff again. Like, she'd go to therapy, play with toys, learn how to walk upstairs and downstairs and stuff. And she went to therapy too, where she had to learn how to eat. She had to start off eating soft food because she couldn't eat no food that she normally eat now, like chicken, macaroni, crackers, other stuff. She had to start off with soft food, so like applesauce, ice cream, yogurt. So every day. So I think it was like once a week, I think. She had went to therapy for that. And like I used to go to therapy with her sometimes. Like if I in high school, I used to go to therapy with her all the time, and I used to help her out. And my grandpa used to take her. So she know what's wrong with her. She know what happened to her. She remember everything. Like, they saying that her hair wasn't gonna grow back, and I guess that she wasn't gonna remember things, but she remember a lot of stuff. And then her grew back really fast. She started to learn how to walk again, to read. her disability still messed up. Like if she try to walk real fast, she will fall, or she'll almost fall. She can't really. She can run, but she can't run as fast as she did before. So if she run fast, she'll fall. So like she can walk again, but it's not like how it was before. Like she different. So yeah. So they officially got the tumor on her head March 16. March 16, let me see the year. She 5 years cancer free, so 2015 I think. It was 2015 or 2016. One of them. They finally got the tumor on her head. So she usually had to do MRIs and radiation. Like that, they'll make sure that her cancer not coming back. Which her cancer can come back, but we thankful that it's not. Like she used to go like I think every 2 times a year. Okay, 2 times, something like that. She used to go to make sure she'll have no, her tumor not coming back. And she had eye surgery. She had a couple eye surgery because the doctor wanted to get her eyes straight. So she had eye surgery until her eyes are straight. They not all the way straight, but they straight. Like how my eyes is, they not all the way straight like this. And like she, her eyes, it's like one eye go forward, the other eye be at the corner of her eye. So they had to move it. It be on this side. So they had to move it, but they moved it too far to this side. So she had to get surgery done again. So so they got it to where they can put it in the middle, I think. And one of her eyes can't close all the way. One of her eyes can't close all the way, and she can't hear out of her right ear. I guess like her whole right side shut down. Basically, like she can't hear out of her right ear barely. My nose just popped off. That's not acceptable. Hold on. I'm back and better now. Oh yeah. And don't mind it's on my chest right here. I burned myself with the flat irons getting ready for my party because I had weave in my head. I just took it out. I took it out the next day after my party. So don't mind that burn mark right there. But yeah, she did radiation, MRI, and yeah, she used to go like 2-3 times a year, but now it's 1 time a year because they see she doing good. Like my sister been in university for so long. Literally like all the nurses and doctors know her. Every time we walk in there, they be like, "Hey princess, I see you doing good." Because like everybody know her. Like we went to university for so many appointments and surgeries and stuff. Like literally the whole hospital know my sister. Every time they be like, "She doing so good." And but she remembers though. She remember what happened to her. She know that she had a tumor. She know I'm hungry. She know where it's at. She know what part of her head got shaved off. She knows that she had to do surgery, MRIs, radiation. And like when they did surgery on her eyes, when she had came back, she was still off the amnesia. But so she'll be asleep for a couple minutes, but she'll wake up crying because her eyes hurt. Like when I tell you, you can't look at her in her eyes because you really will want to cry. Like her eyes would be red, like red all around. And it's like she'll cry because she feel the pain and it hurt, but she'll still be halfway asleep. So it's like she'll cry. And then like you gotta put something over her face. We had to put something over her face because the sun, by being bright, it can mess with her eyes since her eyes already hurt. So we had to do that. And she go to Sunbeam. It's up the street. She go to Sunbeam. That's a school for disabled kids. Like she takes swimming classes there and stuff. And they gave her a walker. They even gave her a helmet. Cause she liked to ride bikes and stuff. So like they gave her a helmet. So like just in case she falls, she'll have her helmet on. And they have a cancer walk every year for the people that suffer from cancer. Like, it don't matter if it be breast cancer, lung cancer, any type of cancer. They have running and you can walk. And we walk every year for my sister, and we get a medal at the end of the finish line. So, her eye really didn't close for real when she went to sleep. I keep looking over there because I'm looking at my sister because she right there on the bed asleep. But when she used to be asleep like 2 years ago, I can say. Her eyes are closed like this much. Like, this eye be closed, but this eye still be open. Like this. So you could like still see her eyeball, but you know she's asleep though. You know, her eye got further down and it's like this. But it still don't close like completely all the way like this. So that's better. And every time we went to the hospital, she was getting better. Better and better all the time. Then that's when they finally got it out. And that's when she had a 7-hour surgery. It was a 7-hour surgery she had. That's when they finally got it off. We was able to go home. She was able to leave the first time. She was able to leave, but then a day after, she had to go back to the hospital. She stayed in the hospital for a couple months. Like, she just had got home, and the next day she had to leave. I can't remember why she had to go back to the hospital, but I remember her having to go back to the hospital. And, I had spent the Christmas with her. Like, my mama, she set the room up with a lot of presents. The whole hospital room with a lot of presents. The nurses came and gave her presents. And for her birthday, they came in there and said happy birthday. My mama had it set up and all. Like, she was doing funny stuff. Like, when she was in the hospital, and she'd be laying in the bed. Like, if you play a song, she started dancing. Like, if you play a song, and she would move her booty. She'd be moving her butt. And my mama got her a toy microphone, and she used to sing in it all the time. But she really smart though. She's smart. They said that she she ain't lose none of her memories. Like, anything that happened before that, she still remember that. To this day, she still remember. Like, they just said that her hair wasn't gonna grow back, but which it did. It grew back fast too, and it grew back a lot. Like, my sister, she ain't even bald head. On this the front part, you can't tell that her hair got cut off, but in the back, you can tell that her hair got cut off in the back, cause that's what they was taking out the tumor when she had her surgery. So they had to stitch it up, so you can still see it in the back. Like, people who go out to public places, people be looking at her weird. They be looking at her like she crazy because, like, she cross-eyed. She was cross-eyed, so they look at her crazy. And then people would ask her, like, what happened? My mama would get mad. She'd get offended by that. I mean, I would too, but she don't let it get to her. Like, she don't let her disability stop nothing she want to do. She still have fun like a regular child. She still go places. She sings, she dance. She like to do flips. She like to do flips. She thinks she could do a cartwheel. Basically, she really got her normal childhood back. Like, she in school. She doing good in school. She made it to the first grade. The second grade. Really nothing changed her for her. Like, she's still cool. Like, there's nothing changing. Like, we don't see no changes in her at all. Like, she's still the same. She's still the same as she was before. It's just that her walking is not that good how it used to be. Like, she can't just take off running everywhere like she used to. Because she take off running, she'll fall. We don't want that to happen because then we don't want her to hit her head. She end up cracking her skull, and she can die from that. So it's like, we don't want that to happen. And then, like, she had a tube in her stomach. So when she was at home, when she had came home, she finally came home and she stayed at home, she had a tumor in her stomach. It was like on this side, you stick a tube in her stomach. It was basically milk. That was her food, milk. So my it was like a little tube. You could put milk in it, and then go to her stomach. And go to her stomach. It had fell out her stomach before, but we went to the emergency room and they put one back in. But basically that's how we used to feed her, with the tube that she had in her stomach, where she couldn't eat. So she basically had milk the whole time. And yeah, then that's when that finally was over. They took that out, and then she finally went to eating. We started her off with soft food too, though. Then as we see she was getting better and stuff, we give her more stuff like macaroni, chicken, broccoli, corn, basically regular stuff. Let's see if she can do it. And she can. To this day, she's doing perfectly fine. Trust me, she's doing perfectly fine. She's very smart too, though. She's very smart. Like, you know, her numbers, her ABCs. She remember all that. The only thing she gotta learn how to do is read. But she ain't learned how to read before this stuff happened. We wasn't teaching her how to read before this happened. And yes, my sister was walking at a couple months. She was walking. That's why I said her disability was messed up. Because she had cancer when she was at 1. So now, her walking was messed up. But yeah, she doing good. And every year on December the 2nd, we do something to celebrate her life, because she could have died. She really could have died that day, honestly, too, though. So we celebrate that day. We celebrate on that day, because that's the day she could have died. And instead of celebrating, we had a memorial service for her. So right now, she's 8 years old. She's 7 years old. I don't know how I forgot. She's 7 years old. She gonna be 8 in January. She's having fun. Like, she likes to go fun places. She like to play with cars, LOL toys. She likes to go fun places like Chuck E. Cheese. It's this place called Make Believe. You got a big ball. It's like a big ball thing. They have a bunch of bars in it, and you can walk around inside of it. Where you gotta be on your knees if you're too tall like me. But you can go in there. You can put stuff in a little thing. How they shoot them t-shirts out. You can put stuff in that little thing. And then you can shoot them out at people. You can collect them. They got like a thing you can hang on in there. Then they got the bumper cars in there. They got the bowling alley. And they got a couple games. And they got a little section for the babies. That's what we go to. Or we usually go to the movies. That's like the only places we go for real. And like my sister, she ain't like the other kids. She can't just run around and stuff. So when there's like a lot of kids in a place, I gotta actually like watch her. Because the kids really try to jump on her. But she can't just run off like them. But honestly, I think my sister's doing good, honestly. Like, honestly, you wouldn't even know that she had cancer, to be honest. Unless somebody told you, unless one of us told you, like my auntie or my mama. You wouldn't even know that she had cancer. Like, she talks so much. She really talks a lot. She be saying everything. Everything. She doing any dance. If she see you doing a dance and she like it, she gonna do it. Every time that song come on and she know that dance to that song, she gonna do it. She like to dance a lot. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this story time. This is the time about how my sister had cancer and what we did to help her get better and progress and stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on our bell so you can get notified when I post. All my social medias will be linked in the description below. So make sure you stay tuned for the next video. Bye.